Science fiction has always been the driving force within cinema. The first narrative film ever made was a science fiction fantasy known as A Trip to the Moon. Films like Metropolis, Star Wars, The Matrix, The Lord of the Rings have revolutionized cinema with their masterful storytelling, unique imagery, and philosophies. Unfortunately, science fiction and fantasy are films often put into the rarely respected landscape of genre cinema. But the Academy seems to take note of this importance and continues to keep at least one slot open for science fiction films every year. And this year, that slot takes the form of The Shape of Water. Set in the 1960s, The Shape of Water follows a mute woman working at a government facility as a janitor. One day, she discovers the facility is hiding a strange fishman from which she shares a unique connection. As their relationship blossoms, she schemes to find a way to give the fishman peace and escape the government. Taking inspiration from the golden age of Hollywood, The Shape of Water is gorgeous. The film takes inspiration from old Hollywood in a lot of areas. From the music to the look to the romance, there's something just so majestic about this film. Guillermo del Toro, the man behind Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy, directed this, and you can really tell his fingerprints are all over it. From the beautiful creature designs to the mixture of fairy tale and adult themes, the film is a unique style that is hypnotizing. It's films like this that make me want to watch the Oscars. More often than not, we base our favorite films off of sentimental, political, or philosophical biases. But the best picture is exactly what it's meant to be. It's the best picture. It has the best combination of acting, design, music, cinematography, writing, and direction. And that's exactly what this film is. It's a perfect combination of all the elements that make a film great. To be completely honest, it is my pick for Best Picture this year. There's a lot of bias towards Lady Bird and Three Billboards right now, and even Get Out, but those films, despite their quality, they are flawed in certain areas. In a lot of ways, it's in the cinematography area, and you can't blame them for that. Every film is going to be a masterpiece, and in a lot of ways, we like to put quality aside in favor of our biases, and we get very protective of films that we love, and that's what's happening here. A lot of people want these films to win because they love or they have some sort of investment in it. But if you really think about it, if you really look at the sum of all the parts of these films, the best one, the strongest one that could come out of it is The Shape of Water. Now, that's not to say this film is without fault. There are definitely certain flaws to the film. I think the villain, for what he is, has certain qualities that are very one-dimensional. I do believe that the romance can be strange in certain parts. It takes a little while for you to be sold on the fact that this woman is in love with a fish man. And I'm not going to lie that I thought a lot of the adult elements could have been taken out to favor a more family-friendly style to this film. It really doesn't need that extra oomph to it. But those are personal biases, and I have to excuse those to look at the film for what it is. And what this film is a masterpiece. Shape of Water. I liked it, and you will too.